See shadow, it's all I know. Tell me now, where did you go? I lost the light, losing your eyes. How come you don't let it shine? I see shadow, it's all I know. Tell me now, where did you go? You go.
Hi Libra, welcome to your end of May reading. If you are new, welcome to my channel. I am Princess India. It is a pleasure to make your digital acquaintance, sir and or madam. If you are family, welcome back, my friend. I hope you guys have been fine since the last time we spoke earlier this month. Anywho, we're going to jump right into your reading. We're going to take a gander at you as well as your person of interest and the energies between you two. And as always, after that, we're going over to Vimeo to the good old Lurkers Lounge and whatnot or whatever, so we can look at the inner psychology of your person of interest and anything else that happens to come up in this reading. Because, you know, full moon energies and all that good stuff. Oh, it's just wonderful, people. Totally wonderful. So we're going to ask Spirit to give us clear and direct guidance for my Librans. Please, Spirit, anything they need to know, anything of utmost importance, I ask that come to the forefront in this here reading. And I thank you in advance, Spirit, because I know you're good for it. Dag-nabbit son of a gun, I said. So let's look at the energy between you and your person of interest. First card, that is interesting. We have the star. I mean, that's the star, but it's in the reverse. I meant to say the sun. The sun is a star. Planet? I don't know. I'm not good at science stuff. Moving right along. So we have the sun and the star reverse. If that is not the most interesting contrast that I have seen as of yet, I'd be lying. So, okay, well, it could simply just be that in reference to this partnership, relationship, or person, all hope is lost. Yet you're desiring for happiness and wish fulfillment. It more or less feels to me, because the first thing that comes to my mind is being unauthentic or inauthenticity. So it could very well be that you guys came to a place of realizing that either people you've been dating or a particular person isn't in alignment with your highest vision for yourself. So it's more or less, it feels to me like Libra had an awakening, right? Or grew in self-awareness, or has realized something about themselves that they may not have seen before. And now with this new information or this transformation that you guys have recently gone through, it's now looking at situations, circumstances, and people in your life and seeing that there's a level of inauthenticity in relation to you, you know? Because it kind of reminds me of a story in Zen Buddhism about a lion that was raised by sheep, and an older lion comes to the lion one day, tries to convince him that he's a lion, and he's like, "You're lying." The lion said, "You're lying." Okay, anyway, so he takes him to a lake and has him look at his reflection, and for the first time he actually sees, wow, I'm not who I thought I was. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting from Libra. It's almost as if you're seeing yourself in a new light and waking up in your life and seeing how far removed the people, the things, the places that you are, the things that are in your life, how they don't really reflect who it is that you know now is who you really are, in so many words. That's pretty deep, Libra. All right, congratulations. You know, I'm all about that autonomy life, man. So let's go ahead and jump into your individual cards. That's the energy between you and your person of interest. So we don't know exactly yet how that's going to come into play between the two of you. But I don't have any intentions. This can be love, or it could be, you know, any relationship, friendships, work, whatever. My only intention is that whatever is of utmost importance to you all, that comes to the forefront in this reading. And then we have the Tower in reverse. Crisis averted. Oh, man. I don't know why I feel like dream work, man. It's almost like I feel like it's a hunch or a feeling that kind of instigated all of this. Next, we have the Nine of Cups in reverse. Yeah, man. But something I do want to tell you with this, and this may or may not be related. A bad habit that Libra or the cross watcher has possessed for a very long time is fixating more energy on what's wrong versus what is right. What am I saying? What is wrong versus... Okay. So it's like looking at... okay. I see. All right. This is something that I literally preach to people about all the time. A mistake that's always been made, and this is a mindset that's changing for you all now. Prior to this shift that has happened, you guys would allow the external world to determine your inner world. Right? Meaning, if I'm in a situation and, you know, stuff in my life sucks, regardless of what I'm feeling, if I felt hopeful, right? So if we look at like the star reverse, like losing hope, in the past, you guys would lose hope based on what things were in front of you. And it's like the epiphany that's coming is the reverse, which is actually the proper way of manifesting things. So it's not allowing what you see in the 3D world to determine your inner reality, right? Now, I have to get super esoteric with this because it's funny how Spirit is showing it to me. And I'm like, I literally preach to people about this all the time. I always jokingly say to my friends, like, I don't live here, you know? Meaning that I don't base how I maneuver on what I see in 3D. And that's because my belief system is that the 3D is merely a byproduct of the truth of what is, what's presently happening, meaning the ethereal realm, right? So everything in 3D is in the process of dying, or it's already dead. So what we know to be the world of matter is past tense to the spiritual realm, right? So what exists in me and you and all of us, our inner world, is our heaven encased on earth, right? Earth being like the body and then the planet, but heaven is what exists within you. So it's you guys having that, like a similar epiphany, and now not seeing what's outside of you as a testament to what's before you, but more or less what's in front of you is a testament to what's behind you, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. But seeing the Nine of Cups with the Tower in reverse, that's letting me know that that is a major mindset that's literally being relinquished. And that's been a main thing that's kept you guys stuck for a very long time. That's dope. I'm very proud of you all. All right. So we have the King of Cups. That's interesting. So this is either a circumstance that you guys are in, or it's a person. Oh, the Hanged Man. Interesting. That's Aquarian energy. It's a lot going on behind the scenes. More or less like, I don't even think anyone around you guys even knows that all of this has been happening. It's like I kind of feel, but at the same time, I'm not really worried about it too much because it's past energy, you know? Because I'm seeing the Hanged Man as a surrender and a release card. So it's more or less, feeling as if, okay, now that makes total sense. I'm going to say it like this so I can get it out. feeling as if I'm drowning in my life and could never understand why. I feel now you guys understand why. This epiphany moment is, and this is just kind of saying the same thing as you guys realizing that all of this angst or feeling as if you were drowning or overwhelmed, all of these things that were coming up was a sign that you guys were living out of alignment with your truth, right? And whatever this hanged man moment is, because it could be different for everyone. So if it's like a break, a pause, taking a step back, it was encountering this that kind of put you in a stagnancy. It's like a less than stellar moment in your life, but it's like that was needed in order for you to have this epiphany. Next, we have the 8 of Cups in reverse. Then we have the Empress in reverse. And then we have the 5 of Pentacles. Now with this, I'm getting a different message with this now. Okay, when this comes in relation to another person, and I think that's probably what's going to be the hardest part of all of this, is now having this new information or epiphany that you guys have had in relation to people, like the person we're about to get into over here. It's more or less, this epiphany is going to be very easy to apply in every facet of your life, except for like a partnership with someone. That I find may be kind of difficult, you know? Then I also feel someone reconciling with their mother, which is different. Telling the truth of your feelings to family members, like going back home, like somebody traveling and going back home and having a conversation with your mother. It's like reconciling some type of disconnect between you and your mom. And it may be both parents, to be quite honest. Because the energy that I'm feeling is a dad that was like disconnected or emotionally unavailable. And this almost being like a statement of the new way of life, so to speak. Making a connect between, because this is a whole nother storyline that I'm getting here, but it's like releasing this mindset made it very clear how like the dynamics between your parents affected how you showed up in life or in relationships, and it's more or less making a decision to like to go back to your hometown and maybe have this conversation with your parents of how that, because it's almost like attempting to reconcile, but at the same time, I feel that I have to give a disclaimer here. This is me putting my therapist hat on. When it comes to our truth, all of us have our truth, right? So if I were to speak from like a therapeutic standpoint, right? If a client comes into my office and they're telling me about their childhood, right? And they feel their mother was emotionally unavailable, I don't care one way or the other how the parent feels about that, because that's irrelevant, because it's like my goal, I'm an advocate for the client. So my goal is to enter the client's reality, right? Because our perception of our experience is the only reality. So the thing is that keeping that in mind, if there is an attempt to like having this new epiphany and wanting to get validation via talking to parental figures, or even if it's an ex, and it's like being clear of what your motives are with this conversation, because it could actually do more harm than good. Because and I'm not saying whether you should or shouldn't do it, it's just keep this in mind as you're making that decision, is that if you're looking for a resolution or for them to align with your reality and say, you know what, you're right, I was wrong, we shouldn't have done that, that may not happen. And it's because your perception of what happened and their perception of what happened are two totally different things. And even in the event, if you are correct, right? If you are right and they were what it is that you see, and it really did, like their behavior did affect you, they may not see it that way. So the reason why I say that is because how Spirit is kind of showing me this like in a cyclical way. It's a potential for this really great energy you guys are in to be robbed from you by a person who doesn't validate your truth. And the whole point is me telling you, you don't need another person to validate your truth because it's your truth, right? So it's not saying that you should or shouldn't have this conversation, or you should or shouldn't speak your truth to the person. I always advocate for speaking your truth. But the only thing is, if the person does not confirm what you believe to be true, don't allow that to steal your happiness, in other words, is what I see here. So let's go ahead and move on to your person of interest and whatnot, or whatever. That's interesting. Yeah, because I feel that could be a turning point. I feel like if this person doesn't align, if this person doesn't align with what you're saying, it can have that self-doubt creep in and you start to doubt yourself. If you're using them validating what you're saying or the epiphany that you had as a schematic for whether or not you're correct, right? But for the most part, I mean, this is really good because I feel like this is like a major lesson that has been learned via you guys' past experiences. So I really do feel like it's a new chapter that's opening in you guys' lives, you know, and kind of seeing in what ways you guys were prevented from let me stop looking at them cards. I got so much stuff that's coming. You guys were prevented from what it is that you've always desired. First card for your person of interest. Good Lord. We have the Four of Pentacles. Oh, good Lord. Come on now. Oh, holding back. Little hoardy energy. Gotta love it. Man. I'm pretty sure that this is what I was picking up on over here. Whoa. That came sideways. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Interesting. I don't know why I have a vibe of a woman with a very overbearing husband for some reason. She's not very emotional and she holds back because it's like there's it's almost, I don't know, I feel that like an older woman. So that might be like a mother figure or something. I mean, it could be a mother, father figure, whatever. But the energy that I'm feeling, it's like a feminine energy. And we could just be talking about the emotional realm of this person here. It's something like an authoritative influence over them that prevents them from... It's like this person has the illusion of strength. Like this person seems like an independent person, like an independent woman who thinks for herself and things of the sort, but I feel like that's a ruse. It's almost like living in denial. The next card that we have the Two of Wands. Then we have the Eight of Pentacles. That's interesting. I keep getting this theme of bound. It's like, I don't even know how to explain this. I'm getting an energy from this person like trapped, bound, like imprisoned, but it doesn't look that way. And no one is seeing this. It's like, okay, let me give you an example. It's almost like if you think about, okay, like you see in movies, like say someone breaks into a person's house and they're holding them hostage or something, right? And the pizza guy shows up, right? And, you know, you think, oh, you know, they're going to get free, you know? But the person is like terrified that, you know, something's going to happen, but they have to answer the door. So the kidnapper will be standing behind the person with a gun to their back. And they like kind of crack open the door and they engage with the person. And the person who's delivering the pizza senses something is off. Because it's like, why does this person look so terrified and sweaty? And why are they, you know, one-wording me and stuff like that? But they're not, you know, like twitching their eyes. They're not giving any signals like, you know, thanks for the pizza. You know, they're not doing that. But it's almost like you sense in your spirit that something is off. That's like the energy that I'm getting from this. And it could very well just be like a person who's being controlled by someone and them not being aware. So it's like a person who would be in a controlling relationship or something like that. And like they don't know that the relationship is abusive or something. But it's like a perfectionist energy. And that kind of brings me back to this energy. So I don't know if that's like a parental figure, or if this is a partner or just someone in your life. But it's almost like this King of Cups person is behind this Empress reversed. You know? So it seems like she's thinking and speaking in and of herself, but she's not. You know? It's almost like a person being like a robot or something. I don't... Okay. Two of Swords. Judgment. And whoa, Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Interesting. Oh. This may very well be, if this isn't a parental figure, I would say that this is literally a partnership, man. If this isn't a parental figure, this is somebody. This is somebody that you guys are either married to, in a relationship with, have children with, or like somebody from your past coming back. And it's like they haven't changed at all. It's like this person is still convinced, like how I said the whole thing about the whole reality thing. It's like this person will give off the illusion of change, right? Like they'll look happy, they'll look different. But it's like a dressed up pig. You know what I'm saying? The person is still selfish. The person still doesn't want to hear any other truth outside of their own. It's like this is like someone, like the word for it would be self-righteous. It's like self-righteous and completely and utmostly refusing to see any other truth but their own. You feel what I'm saying? And it's almost like this person being conditioned this way. So that can go a couple of ways. This can, like I said, this can either be, if you guys like were thinking about the whole parental figure thing, this could be like a mom, overbearing dad that's kind of behind the scenes. This person is not going to accept your truth. This could be someone from your past coming back. But I wouldn't say like future tense, because I kind of feel like this would be someone that you're kind of engaging with now. But I mean, this would be like a big relationship type of deal. And this person coming back, you're going to, like, you would see them as a dressed up pig. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see, hey, little piggy, which cute little, lipstick on with your pearls that people have cast before you, I being one of them at one point in time. It's like you seeing through it. So it's more or less like the proverbial light of your recent enlightenment is going to allow you to see, probably for the first time, that this person never was what you once upon a time built them up to be. So it's almost seeing them, like seeing through the mask without them even having to take it off, and them not being aware that you can see that, and you guys making your decision based on that. And that still is that same theme of, even if you were to tell this person this, I feel this person is so bound mentally, and this is so much their reality, that there's no, like, they're not open, they're self-righteous, they're convinced that their way of living is correct, right? So it's more or less, I feel like you guys are going to reject them. Let me just be real. I feel like y'all are going to, I feel like y'all are going to reject the person, to be quite honest. Whoa, that flew out. Oh, wow. We have the Three of Cups in reverse. Oh, wow. That just got real. Oh, that really got real. Wow. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah. Settling the score and things of the sort. Seeing the Ten of Pentacles in reverse and the Three of Cups in reverse, dude. Next to the Judgment card. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, I'm just gonna say, okay. So, okay. First thing that comes to mind, man, and this just went all the way left. Okay, this can go a couple of ways. Okay, this is either someone that y'all are dealing with that has, like, y'all are, man, this is really heavy. Y'all are gonna find out that someone had like an outside family. Papa was a Rolling Stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home, and when he died, all he left us was alone. Type of deal. You know what I'm saying? You picking up what I'm putting down. And I don't know, because like I said, parental figures are coming up. People you're dealing with is coming up. I feel more for, if this is a person that's coming back from the past, I think it's you finding out in separation, like this person had a whole family on some stuff. For others of you as a parental figure, that may be something that's coming out with that, is finding out that you might have some siblings you didn't know about. You know what I'm saying? And then others of you, it's just like third party affair, like kind of energy, and I think that's something that heavily needs to be taken into account when it comes to how it is that you're going to maneuver with this situation. That is so awkward, because it almost feels to me like a letdown. Like, it's almost as if, like, putting a lot of hope into a situation, putting a lot of hope in, like, you guys have had all of this change, putting a lot of hope into a situation, going towards this situation, and then there being like a bombshell that completely changes the game. And now it's trying to kind of recover from that. But I feel like this is something that's out of your control with this person, though. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's like there's somebody, I don't know what that is. It's like there's somebody that's controlling this from afar. It's like there's someone behind the scenes with this energy. And I don't know what that's about. Y'all let me know in the comments, please. But I'm gonna stop because it's 29 minutes and I don't know why these damn readings are so long. But anyway, I'm gonna go over to Vimeo to the Lurkers Lounge, and I'm gonna see what the heck is going on with this, because that I don't like that. Side families and things, we're not about that life. Let me throw the dice of resonance. See, I almost forgot. But I'm gonna go over to the Lurkers Lounge on Vimeo and see what's going on with that, because I'm not a fan of that. I'm going to look into the person's thoughts and feelings about you, but I'm also going to look at, like, try to dig in and find out what this is and the likelihood of how this is going to pan out, and getting clarity on, because if you're considering, like, you know, speaking to an ex or a person or family members, what have you, I want to kind of look at how that's going to, like, if that's going to work in your favor, if it's worth the trouble, in so many words. So if you're about that life, the link should be in the description box below or in the comments. But I'm going to throw you dice of resonance. If you're not familiar with what they are, it's the 12 zodiac signs. 2 clarifying die, whether it's their sun, moon, or rising, and the roles that they play in your life. And then you have the ability to ask a yes or no question. In the event that you want to do that, pause me now. And when you formulate your question, go ahead and unpause me. I don't interpret these, I just toss them out. However they resonate, they resonate. Dang, son of a gun. All right, we have Virgo, Libra, Mars or male, bay lover partner, and the answer to your question is no. So Libra, Virgo, Mars or male, bay lover partner, and no. So that has been your reading, Libra. I love your freaking faces. Let me know in the comments what you think, and I hope to hear from you sooner than later. This is
Why live superficially?